Hello everyone, welcome to Coding Vibes. This is Kostav, your tech partner. So today we are going to talk about Python. So basically what we have done, we have designed a 60-day bootcamp in Python for the people like students, working professionals, non-working professionals trying to deep dive into IT or start their career in IT developers who are like trying to switch their careers in Python or AI, ML or data science world. So this course I personally believe will be high valuable for them. So basically, what the way we designed this course is going to cover certain aspects, like it is a complete roadmap designed to take you from zero to hero in just 60 days. So as I mentioned, whether you're a complete beginner, a student, or someone looking to switch careers into tech, this program is for you. Having said that, let's get started. So basically what you will learn in this course, or what are the benefits you will get it from this course. We will talk about Python fundamentals, core concepts of Python, mastering level skills, real world apps or projects, soft touch into AI/ML. Why it's soft touch? Because we are not going to deep dive into AI/ML because AI/ML is vast and we're going to launch a separate course for that. So stay tuned for that course. As of now, we are going to just touch the concept how Python is used in AI/ML. We will build projects in web scraping also, some automations we can do, what we can do in day-to-day world using Python. And last but not the least, bonus lectures, which will actually give you some extra mileage in your program or in your Python career. Now, how the program will work, the way it is structured. So we'll be having a new session every day with different topics, right? It will be a separate new topic every day for 60 days. And then this every day, the topic will be followed by a blog video. Obviously, will provide you the code and some mini challenge which you can practice. You will code along with me. That's the main key. And then, as I mentioned, we'll practice, build, and share every day. So we'll discuss. We're going to have this interactive session. You can reach out to me. You can comment in the comment box below. So we'll talk about that. And then I'm trying to build a community of Q&A, so where people will post their errors or their queries, and we're going to solve together those challenges or issues or some use cases. And then you can follow the series on our CodingVibes.net website too, or on this YouTube channel. Everything is 100% beginner friendly and job focused. What's the end goal? So by end of day 60, you will be able to build apps from scratch, solve coding interviews, automate your daily tasks, contribute to open source, apply for junior Python developer or data roles. And this is your roadmap to become a Python developer with confidence. Now, let's start. Let's get into the day one course. So in our day one course, we'll provide you the introduction of Python, what's the programming language is about. We're going to install Python in our machine, in laptops or computers, whatever you have, Windows or Mac, doesn't really matter. And then we're going to install the IDE, the environment, so that we can run the specific code out of it. And then we'll walk through the code as well. And you are going to write your first Python script today with me. Let's see. So what is Python? Python is one of the world's most popular programming languages, known for its clean, easy to read syntax. It is used in web development, data science, automation, AI, and even game development, networking, and cybersecurity too. By the way, like ethical hackers or hackers, they also use Python for their coding. Network programming, the socket programming using Python. We can develop games, and even we can develop mobile apps too. So you can see Python is everywhere. Now, why Python is popular for beginners and professionals? Here's the thing. Python is beginner friendly yet powerful. Its syntax is similar to everyday English, making it easy to learn and debug. And it's not that much, strict like typical, we call it as Java or C++. It's like more of a, English writing language, I would say. So once we go with the coding or the programming, you will see it's very easy. Now, what we're going to do as a next step, we're going to install the Python, and then we're going to set up the ID. And then we'll write our first program in our ID in Python. And that is Hello AI. I call it as Hello AI, because earlier, if you know, we always write our first programming language as Hello World. But since everything is AI nowadays, especially with the Gen AI, so we will write Hello AI as a part of our first program. Let's see. So we are going to come first in the python.org website, as you see here. I'm going to put all this link in the description, and so that you can just go and click them and try to download the Python in your respective machines. Like if you have Windows, if you have Mac, right now I'm using Mac, so we'll download Python for Mac. However, I have downloaded already Python in my machine, so I'm not going to repeat that work, but I can show you guys. Here is the, once you come in python.org website, in the download section, you can able to see the download for Mac OS. We have Windows, and we're going to take the stable one, the stable releases, as you see in the left side. And at the same time, if I go on to the Mac, then we are going to have the stable release, latest Python 3 release. Python 3.13.3 is the latest one, which you can download in your machine and install it. So Windows user will get the exe, Mac user you will get the .dmg file, and you'll just follow along and then just install that. Once you install your Python, you can go into your respective terminal and check by, let's say, if I am right now in Mac. So what I'm going to do, I'm just we'll go to the terminal and we'll write Python hyphen dash dash, oops, sorry, version sorry. Yep, there you go. So basically, you have to write Python 3 because it is like Python 3. So you have to add 3 as a suffix after the Python word. Earlier in our Python 2, we can able to just write Python and that's it. But here we have to write Python 3 dash dash version, and it will show you that your Python is installed and what is the version. So mine case, if you see, mine is 3.12.8, which was like the latest one last time when I just installed, but now is, I think, the 3.13 and .3 is the latest one. Anyway, so the whole point is you will install the Python, and to check whether the Python is correctly installed or not, you will just write this command Python 3 dash dash version in your terminal or in your command prompt to check whether the Python has been installed correctly or not. Once this is done, you are good. Then what we're going to do, we will go to download the ID. Now here's the thing. I personally prefer two IDs. One is Visual Studio Code, another is PyCharm. We also have Anaconda though. Anaconda comes with the entire suite of, there is a spider inside it, which is a very good ID also. Then we have Jupyter Labs. From there you can also, from Anaconda, it's kind of like a package of multiple IDs, but it takes like a lot of resources and all. So I have also Anaconda installed in my computer, but to begin with, I would say, to keep it simple, Visual Studio Code or PyCharm is good. PyCharm is having license cost with it, but Visual Studio Code is okay to use. And by the way, it's free. I believe so. Let me just check. We'll go to code.visualstudio.com. So you'll just go to Google and you'll just simply go to Google and then google.com, and then we'll type Visual Studio Code download. The first link we'll click. and it will take you to this page. And here, if you see, we have the downloads available for Windows, for Mac, and these guys are for Linux. And we're not interested in Linux unless somebody's like really working on that. But for Mac OS and for the Windows users, we have all these installers ready. So yeah, I mean, you can go into Windows and you'll see the setup already get started downloading. We'll go back, and then once we click on that Mac, the setup file will start downloading. So again, my Visual Studio Code is already installed in my Mac, so I'm not going to repeat that thing. You guys can download that and install that. If let me know if you have any problem, in terms of installing the Visual Studio Code, I can go ahead and help you guys, not a problem. So once that is done, then what we have to do, we'll open our Visual Studio Code, and all you see, like in my left side, it's the Explorer, where we have all the folder structures present, and all the coding files, those are present. So basically, this is kind of like my folder tree structures, the way I have organized. So basically, here is the thing: you can also organize your coding folders. So what I did, as a part of this session, I created a folder called Python from 0 to Hero in 60 days. You can also create another folder like that, keep it in a directory. And under that, we can create, I have created a subfolder, naming it as module 1 intro setup code. And under that module 1, I just created a Python file, right? So basically, you can create a folder structure in the drive, right? And then from here, once you open the Visual Studio Code, let me show you. Let me cancel this one, and I have saved everything for you. Right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the Visual Studio Code, and you see here nothing is there, right? And so if I come over here in the Explorer, we have the option to choose the folder directories, right? So what I'm going to do, I'll click on this open folder, and it will open your the directory structures, right? Now from here, where I have already created the folders, I'll go there quickly into my program coding, Python codes. What else we have? Yeah, Python. So if you see here under, so you can create a folder, and just a folder as of now, and then I have created the subfolder, module 1, and I'll click on open. Oh, oops, sorry. Let me refresh. I think I have selected the wrong folder. Yep. So I'll click this one and open. Yep. Now I'm selected the master folder, and the master folder, I have one module 1 underscore intro underscore setup code. This is one of the folder. Now see, we have already created these two files. So I'm going to show you how to create a new file under the folder. So all you need to do, you need to click the subfolder, what you have created, right? And then do a right click. It will show you the new file. Click on it, and then name Python tutorial underscore tutorial. Sorry, my bad. Day 1 dot py. So py.py is the extension of a Python file. So the compiler, the Visual Studio Code, will understand that you have created a Python file where you will write the Python code, which the Visual Studio Code has to execute or compile the code, right? You can click enter. Yep. So your new file, you have created a new file. If you want, you can just do the same exercise with me. Just take time and you can do it. Okay. If you want to do it later, that's fine. But just saying like if you can do with me, you will just, you will be like more into it. Yeah. So we created a Python tutorial day 1 file. And I'll show you a couple of things here today. So basically, your first code. So the first code, what we're going to do is to type, as I mentioned, as I showed you in the deck, like hello AI, right? So how we will write that or how we will display that? Like if you are a developer, you know about C, C++ or Java, which you guys have done, earlier, like we have a print function. So basically in the Python also, we have the same function called print, which will actually print your command into the terminal or into the output, right? And having said that, if I just type print, we have to open the braces and we have to put double quotes or single quotes because print function always takes string or sentences as an input, right? So what I'm going to write, hello AI. And what I'll do, if you see here on the top right, here, and if you follow my cursor, let me do my drag. So here is the play button, right? Here you see the run Python file, debug Python file in the drop down, and also you have this so play button as well. So if you click there, I click this play button. So in the terminal, we got the output as hello AI, right? Excited? So this is how you have executed your first Python script. Kind of as a mini challenge, you can type your own name and then just display it. Now, if I switch back to my original file, you'll see like these are the two sentences which are like green in color. Is showing, but however, there is no impact or the code is not giving me any error while executing. Let me execute in front of you first. Okay, it's done. So it printed out two sentences. Welcome to the 60 days of Python challenge. Welcome to the 16 days of Python challenge in the terminal, if you see below. And then hello AI, this is your first Python program, right? But there's no impact on these two lines, which are marked as green in color, right? Why? Because this is a commented line. So you see here, we have a hash symbol, what we just put in front at the beginning of this sentence. So which means this hash sign is actually telling the Visual Studio Code compiler that this is a commented line, don't execute it. It's kind of like a help line or a descriptive line. It has a very important impact in coding. I'm sure like whoever is like from the coding world, they are very much aware of this comment, that commenting, and it's a very, very, I would say rather the best practice to do comment in your code so that any developers can understand why you have written this code, what's the functionality of this code, because in the real world project, you have a lot of modules, thousands and thousands lines of code. So it's very difficult to troubleshoot if something goes wrong. The code commenting is a best practice which will make the developer understand that what the specific chunk of code is actually doing, right? So here I have written as a heading like day one, introduction, and your first Python program, and hash, this is your first program script, right? So basically, anybody, if you see my code also, you can clearly see, okay, this is my day one coding, and this is what it is doing, this file particularly, and what these two print function or this piece of code is actually doing. So this piece of code is actually printing or executing your first script, right? So this is what the print function is doing. Actually, it is printing the input string or the English sentence inside it to the terminal. Very, very important function. When we will proceed further, you will see like to display anything, to get the output, how print function is helpful. With that, this is the end of our day one program today. I don't want to overload this, guys. So you just watch this file, watch this recording video, and then you can also check out my blog. Reach out to me in the comment if you have any further queries or issues, anything, just let me know. But so far, we have started, if I repeat, that we talked about the Python program, what it is, what's the importance, and then we have executed our first program today. Before that, we have already installed Python, and then we also installed the IDE, which in my case it's Visual Studio Code. Maybe you have used PyCharm or Anaconda, but Visual Studio Code is also a very popular IDE where everybody is using that. But yeah, having said that, this is all about day one. We'll look forward for day two with you again, and we'll do some coding stuff. Till then, stay safe and stay tuned, and I'm sure you will become a proficient Python developer in upcoming 60 days. Bye-bye. Thank you.